स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। श्रीरामकृष्णायेति समर्पयामि। Let us meditate few minutes on the divine blissful form and name of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna with concentration, devotion and faith. हृदयकमलमध्ये राजितं निर्विकल्पं सदसदखिलभेदा अतीतं एकस्वरूपं प्रकृतिविकृतिशून्यं नित्यमानन्दमूर्तिं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। वितरितुमवतीर्णं ज्ञानभक्तिप्रशान्ति प्रणयगलितचित्तं जीवदुःखासहिष्णुं विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। विमलपरमहंसं रामकृष्णं भजामः। Visualize a beautiful, fully blossomed lotus, Hridaya Kamala, in the heart. The center of your chest is the seat for meditation. On that Kamala, on the lotus, is seated Vimala Paramahamsa, Sri Ramakrishna. Vitaritum avatirnam gnana bhakti prashanti. He blesses everybody with gnana, bhakti and peace. He is Nityam Anandamurti. He is beyond the 6 modifications. Shadanga yogo nayatas susadhyo gnanadhikari sulabhona yasmat gariyasi bhaktiratah kalau syat tat gnapakastvam bhuvi Ramakrishnaha. The 8-limbed yoga of Patanjali is difficult to practice, and aspirants competent to practice the discipline of knowledge are rare. In this age of Kali, the path of bhakti is of special importance, and to preach that hast thou manifested on earth as Ramakrishna. Shadanga Yoga Nayatas Susadhyo Gnanadhikari Sulabhona Yasmat Gariyasi Bhaktirata Kalausyat Tat Gnapakastvam Bhuvi Ramakrishna. By his life, by his teachings, Sri Ramakrishna encouraged bhakti in the devotees in the Kali Yuga. Nakadilokam sukhadam cha divyam suramyam aishwaryam aham na yache hrudasanetvam kripaya sadavai vaseti yache bhuvi Ramakrishna. Neither the higher realms yielding heavenly enjoyments nor vast wealth on earth do I pray for. Mayest thou graciously take thy seat in my heart, such is my prayer to thee manifested on earth as Ramakrishna. Nakadi lokam sukhadam cha divyam suram aishwaryam aham na yache hrudasanetvam kripaya sadavai vaseti yache bhuvi Ramakrishna. Six times let us chant the divine name of Sri Ramakrishna and gain more bhakti and more shraddha. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Repeat. Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. 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 Now, selfless universal prayer. Please repeat. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. May all be happy, may all be peaceful, may all be free from difficulties, may all be free from dangers, may all see what is good, listen what is good, speak what is good, do what is useful to others. May all be enlightened everywhere, may all be happy everywhere, may all be healthy everywhere. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Mentally offer your salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharda Devi and Swami Vivekananda and all great teachers, all great saints in the whole world. Teachers and saints whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Offer your pranam to your Guru if you have been initiated in the Ramakrishna tradition. Sangastotram, please repeat. Sangachadvam Sambadadvam Sambho manamsi janatam Deva bhagai Yatha purve Sanjanana upasate. Please repeat. May you move in harmony, speak in one voice, let your minds be in agreement, just as the ancient gods shared their portion of sacrifice. Samano mantraha samitis samani samanam manaha sahachittamesham samanam mantraha abhimantrayevaha samanena vo havisha juhomi. May our purpose be the same. May we all be of one mind in order for such unity to form. I offer a common prayer. Samaniva akutihi samana hridayanivaha samanamastu vo mano yathavaha suhasati. May our intentions and aspirations be alike, so that a common objective unifies us all. Namaste to all of you. We shall continue with the story of Ramakrishna Mission. We are entering into the fourth Sunday, fourth week. Last Sunday I pointed out the difficulties, the renunciation, the sannyasa of the brother disciples of Sri Ramakrishna's monastic disciples, and how they spent in meditation, prayer in Baranagar Monastery, the first Ramakrishna Mission center in Kolkata. Later, we find after 6 years, since that building was dilapidated, was in a very bad shape, beginning itself, so they found another suitable place, few kilometers away, called Alam Bazar area. So in 1892, they moved there after 6 years. Later, third chapter starts. Nilambar Mukherjee Garden House near Belur Math was purchased, and there permanently Ramakrishna Mission Center was established in 1898. Holy Mother also stayed there. Swamiji wrote Arati songs, Khandana Bhau Bandhana, Om Rim Ritam, in that Nilambar Mukherjee Garden House. He dictated the rules and regulations of Ramakrishna Mission to the monks and to householders, that is the members, in Alam Bazar Monastery after his return from America. But in between something interesting happened. That is the wandering days of Swami Vivekananda. The wandering days of Swami Vivekananda is very, very powerful in world history. A sannyasi walking from the length and breadth of the nation. The first part of his tour, taking the blessings of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, he told Mother, if I don't realize God, I will not come back from Himalayas. Mother was shocked. She could not bear that particular word, I will not come back. Because Sri Ramakrishna took so much care of Narendra. And now it is her responsibility to take care of the children. Sri Ramakrishna told, you have to take care of these boys. So mother was very, very much tensed. What this Naren will do? So she called Swami Akhandananda separately and told, please be with Naren always. See that he will get food. See that he will get some shelter. See that his health is good. Holy Mother Sharda Devi was guiding everybody one way or the other, behind the curtain. Then Swamiji starts from Kolkata to the Himalayas. So we are not going into details of that. That itself is nearly 10 chapters in the biography of Swami Vivekananda. You should read it. I don't know how many of you have read, those who are watching online or those who are sitting here. People are satisfied with only Oragai. They don't want to go for higher vitamins and higher nutrition. And you have to read again and again to understand what was growing in Swamiji's heart. What is the intention? The Parivrajaka days. Other disciples also went here and there. Some went to Vrindavan, some went to Haridwar, some went to Kashi, some went deeper into the Himalayas. But Swamiji's wandering is different. His focus is different. One is the deep passion for realizing God, following the sages of Sanatana Dharma. The second is first-hand information of Bharata Desha, of Sanatana Dharma, which he had heard so much only in books. By that time he had absorbed something more of his master Sri Ramakrishna. So two aspects in his mind, two thought waves. One is God, second is India. What is that Bharata Desha? What is that glory? Why we are in our present state in misery? All that was brewing in Swamiji's mind, Swamiji's heart. That took him everywhere, nook and corner of the country. Na bhuto na bhavishyati. Past nobody did. Shankaracharya went to some extent for certain purposes. Walking all over the country from Kaladi to Kashmir. But here is Swami Vivekananda wandering with a different purpose. So we have to be very serious, very much devoted to Swamiji. Keeping all other priorities aside. We always bring in the personal priority, personal work. Oh, today I cannot read. Today I have to go there. Today I have to eat this. Today I have to meet somebody. All that is secondary. Just close your eyes 30 minutes, 10 minutes and see what if you don't go there. The world will not stop. But Swamiji's work will stop. People in Hyderabad, people sitting here will not understand what is the unique work going on in the name of Sri Ramakrishna and Swami Vivekananda. You people have to go and see other centers of the Ramakrishna Math also, deep in the jungles of Meghalaya. Have you gone there? In the jungles of Arunachal Pradesh or Tripura, in the tribal areas of Tamil Nadu. Something very, very special. Lot of work is going on, lot of struggle is going on, lot of sacrifice is going on. Goodiness will not be sufficient today. We have to take up the horse and go forward. This is my personal experience. Somewhere in the remote corners of Bandipur forest, yesterday I was there, 500 tribal children are living in a residential school started by one doctor. He is not a monk, but he is a regular doctor. Now he is in Pradhan Mantri's Capacity Building Commission. He started when he was 30 years old, 1981. The day he finished his MBBS, he took his first aid kit and walked 80 kilometers into the Bandipur forest. Even today our road is not there. Muddy road. Your back will break if you go by ordinary car. At that time, still more problems, still more suffering. But he stayed in a jhopadi, just a house which doesn't have walls. Snakes and tigers and all sorts of things. Kurba community. He worked there. And today, 18 acres, 500 tribal children, residential school, everything, because they don't know anything about life. They're all deep in the Bandipur forest, and they all go, doctors go, volunteers go, his paid workers go, in the name of Swamiji, in the name of Resurgent India, and brings them to the school. What joy, what seva, and this is going on from 1990. That means 32 years school, see how many people are benefited. And they have become forest officers, they have become doctors, they have become engineers, they have become IPS officers. Some have become clerks, some have become according to their capacity. Training is given. That India is lying there unattended. Vivekananda writes, let new India rise from the peasant's cottage, from the huts of the fisherman, the farmer. Let new India rise from the fisherman plough, from the farmer's plough, from the pulpit of the lawyer. And let new India rise from the marts, from the markets, from industries. It's not the India of the malls and the markets and the IT. There's another India neglected. And this one doctor is doing that work. Like that, so many people are there. Following Ramakrishna movement, they are not monks. But they are householders, they have family, but they have given away. Swamiji wanted to know that. Who can sacrifice for the country? This one life give to Mother India, he says. Many lives you have got. Why you cannot give one more life to serve the people of the country? Why don't you take some books and go into the villages? Why you are sitting only in the cities? In some areas, there are no youngsters in the villages. Only old people are there, it seems. Even in Telangana. Only old people are there. Well, how will they live? All young people are in Gachibowli or in high-tech city eating pizza. They don't care for their mother, father. They are simply money, and whole India is neglected. It is default. Somehow they are managing. In some villages, fluorosis, elephantiasis, old people. Because dirty water, no purification. Swamiji saw all this. British India, a sannyasi is walking with tears in his eyes. He meets the Raja of Khetri, Raja of Alwar, Travancore Maharajas, and he scolds them. He awakens them. The money that you are earning is not yours, it belongs to the people. You are only a custodian, you are not the owner, O Raja. And the minister said, Swamiji, other people will kill you if you are talking like this. Swamiji said, I am a sannyasi. This life is for the people's welfare. I don't mind being killed if I am talking about the poorest of the poor. This India he saw. Rich India he saw. The most backward pariahs and scavengers tortured and insulted by the Brahmins he saw. When Vivekananda was not allowed to go into a temple in Kerala because he is not from the Brahmin community, he stood outside, prayed to the mother. His heart churned. This was the traditions of our country. So the godliness in Vivekananda, the passion to realize God, converted into service. All the key was there in Dakshineshwar. The root was there in Dakshineshwar. One day Narendra is coming from his college, from his house, along with his friend. He wants to meet his guru, Sri Ramakrishna. And the room is full of people, packed, 25-30 people. You sit in that room, it will be full. If Narendra enters, Sri Ramakrishna will be so happy, he will forget others and talk to him only. So Narendra was like etiquette, like good manners. He said, no, let us not go inside. Let us walk in the veranda and listen to what our master is teaching. So Sri Ramakrishna is talking. He did not recognize Narendra coming. And Narendra is listening and watching. And some people from Nadia, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace, they have come to meet Sri Ramakrishna in Dakshineshwar. And Sri Ramakrishna is asking them, you are Vaishnavites, Vaishnava Sampradaya, how do you follow your tradition? What are the principles for your sadhana? And the leader of the team said, sir, first point is Name Ruchi, that is our philosophy. Name Ruchi. What does it mean? Akhanda Nama Sankirtanam, our tongue will be sweet, will be tasting the sweetness of the name of God. Continuously will be chanting Name Ruchi. Very nice. Sri Ramakrishna was so happy. The second, he said, Vaishnava Seva. We will do service to Vaishnava community by accommodation, food, medicine, vastram, patram, etc. Very nice, very happy. The third, that leader said, Jive Daya. Jive Daya. Compassion to living beings. That was very, very shocking for Sri Ramakrishna. The moment he heard Jive Daya, he became very serious. He did not talk. He closed his eyes in dhyanam. He became very stern, very grave. And all of a sudden the atmosphere in the room changed. Nobody talked, nobody moved. Narendra just came near the window and saw his master in serious mood. Jive Daya not talking with anybody. After 20 minutes, Sri Ramakrishna's mind came back to normal consciousness. And with half-closed eyes he said, who is that who told Jive Daya? That particular bhakta, he raised his hand, sir, I told. And with a serious note, Sri Ramakrishna said, what? Jive Daya you told? Are you Lord God to show compassion? Who are you to show Daya to human beings? You yourself are a punny creature. Don't show Daya, but do Seva. That is in your hand. Shiva Gnane Jiva Seva. Shiva Gnane Jiva Seva. 3 times Sri Ramakrishna mentioned. And outside, Narendra is standing and listening. He called his classmate, his friend, and said, brother, did you hear what my master said? Yes, I heard. Both of them heard, but here is Narendra's thought process, which is different entirely from anybody. The moment he said Jive Daya and changed it to Shivagnane Jiva Seva, Narendra resolved on the veranda of Dakshineshwar temple in the room. He said to his friend, if I get an opportunity in the future, I shall spread this message of my master, not Daya, but Shivagnane Jiva Seva. That resolution, that is what you see Ramakrishna Mission. That story goes back in Dakshineshwar veranda. See, whatever we are doing today in the Hyderabad or in any place has got that genesis there. We will talk only about seva, the work, giving clothes, giving some annadanam, giving some books, certificate, some notebooks and all. No. What is that attitude behind? What is that bhava behind? Are you doing it as a sadhana? Who are you to help the world? The world was there before you were born. The world will be there after you are dead. Who are you to help? Don't remove the word help from your dictionary, Swamiji says. Replace it by the word service. Seva karo, seva karo, seva karo. Because you cannot meditate. That purity we do not have. That time we do not have. That body language, body strength we do not have for facing higher realizations. But in Kali Yuga, the best way is Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga. That does not mean you should not meditate. Don't take it like that. You should continue to meditate. But to prepare for meditation, you should do seva. You should do prarthana. You should do bhajana. Preparation is necessary. Even to make a chapati, how much preparation you do? Directly you don't eat the atta, that pindi. That is made into a clay. Nicely mixing. Afterwards it is rolled. Then it is fried. Then it is roasted. Then curry is made. Then other things are made. Similarly, our mind, your mind, everybody's mind has to be prepared. So, Shivagnane Jiva Seva. All these were the preparations for the future yagna which Swami Vivekananda started. So, Swamiji is wandering. And finally, I am cutting the story short, it comes down to Kanyakumari, 1892. 1889, 1888 he starts his wandering. 1892, December, it ends in a one way. But later also he continued again. From Kanyakumari again he comes back to Chennai. And Chennai he comes back to Hyderabad. He had an invitation from the people of Hyderabad. I am wondering how people of Hyderabad do not know that Vivekananda came to Hyderabad. Very sad, very sad. That means people don't read Vivekananda, they appreciate Vivekananda. They don't follow Vivekananda, they glorify Vivekananda because they are afraid Vivekananda will ask them to go to villages. గ్రామ ప్రాంతానికి వెళ్ళమని వివేకానంద మీకు బకెట్ ఒక బ్రూమ్ స్టిక్ ఇస్తారని పబ్లిక్ భయం. అందుకే స్వామీజీ ఐ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ టైమ్, ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ హోమ్ అని పరిగెడుతూ ఉంటారు. స్వామీజీ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫైర్. It doesn't work. Once he decides that you can do, he will make you do. Even if you go away from Hyderabad. He is doing it. But lovingly if you come, that is different. That joy is different. We are all in a comfort zone. Too much of comfort. Too much of what you call negativity. It should all change in this 125th anniversary of Swami Vivekananda, of Ramakrishna Mission. 125 years of Colombo to Almora. So 1892, the ordinary monk becomes a patriot, becomes a nation builder, becomes an architect of the country. Sitting on the last bit of Mother India's rock, he writes a letter to Swami Ramakrishnananda. Brother Shashi, sitting on the last bit of Mother India's rock at the feet of the Mother Kanyakumari, I hit upon a plan, he says. We are a few monks and hundreds of other monks everywhere, but what have we done to our people? We have taught them metaphysics when they were burning with hunger. Few of you should take globe, should take maps, should take chemistry, should take some Upanishads and go into the villages of India and teach them and give them their lost individuality, he says. The word used by Swami Vivekananda is give them back their lost individuality. They have been nobodies, he says. People have trampled upon them and said you are nobodies. They have become a mass of negativity. They build temples for us and they get kicks in return. We gave Ganga water, ditch water when Ganga is flowing by. I have a plan, he says. Already made a plan of an organization in Kanyakumari. That meditation is also na bhuto na bhavishyati. Nobody could meditate on Bharatadesha as like Vivekananda. Tears rolling down his eyes. 24 December, 25 December, 26 December 1892. Read the chapter, Meditation at Kanyakumari. Thrilling. If it doesn't churn your heart, something wrong with your heart. You have to go to a cardiologist. Because that power which he generated, past of India, radiant India, I mentioned on the first day, the resilient India and the future of India was coming before him like a film show. He could see everything in that 3 days meditation. And then he starts identifying with the right people at the right time to go to America and decides, let me go and sell my brain for my people. Who could feel like Swami Vivekananda? He says, I am ready to sell my brain and bring some money for my people who have no hope of the future. Things were very bad. Swamiji's first-hand experience. So his experience and appreciation of organized work and its success in the West, and his letters to the monastic brother disciples and other followers, and subsequently founding the Ramakrishna Mission on 1st May 1897. How many letters he wrote after going from here to America? An entire book is there, Letters of Vivekananda. Entire book, Letters of Vivekananda, this is. If we count, there are nearly letters which were found, which were available, nearly 300. Not available, another 300. Because sometimes replies, what he got, what he did, that correspondence is lost in transit. Can you imagine writing letter by that feather pen, not flowing fountain, flowing ink? And each letter 3 pages, 4 pages. His master plan, his architectural plan for rebuilding the nation. And now you see, one letter I will read for example, how he is feeling from there to Madras. He writes, from USA, 30th November 1894. Dear and beloved Dr. Nanjunda Rao was a devotee admirer in Chennai, Madras. So he says, I am very glad at the strength of your renunciation. It is the one primary necessity in reaching God. I had always great hopes for Madras, and still I have the firm belief that from Madras will come the spiritual wave that will deluge India. I can only say Godspeed to your good intentions. But here, my son, are the difficulties. In the first place, no man ought to take a hasty step. In the second place, you must have some respect for the feelings of your mother and wife. True, you may say that we, the disciples of Ramakrishna, had not always shown great deference to the opinion of our parents. I know and know for sure that great things are done only by great sacrifices. I know for certain that India requires the sacrifice of our highest and best, and I sincerely hope that it will be your good fortune to be one of them. Throughout the history of the world, you find great men make great sacrifices, and the mass of mankind enjoy the benefit. If you want to give up everything for your own salvation, it is nothing. Do you want to forego even your own salvation for the good of the world? You are a god. Think of that. My advice to you is that to live the life of a brahmachari, giving up all sexual enjoyments for a certain time, and live in the house of your father. This is the Kutichaka stage. Try to bring your wife to consent to your great sacrifice for the good of the world. And if you have burning faith and all-conquering love and almighty purity, see the qualities he is expecting from all of us, from the people of India. It is not just a letter to Nanjunda Rao. If it was only a personal letter to Nanjunda Rao, it would not have been published. It is for the people of India. It is for everybody. That's why this book is very precious. I'll tell you, how much precious these letters of Swami Vivekananda are. Even the signature of Swami Vivekananda is. It seems Swami Brahmananda Ji, Rakhal Maharaj, the first president of the order, used to send his disciple to the library in Belur Mutt and said, bring me that book. Told the title, bring me that book. And the brahmachari, his disciple, used to go and bring that book, morning. By evening, return that book. Okay. Next day morning, he calls that another brahmachari, bring me that book. Same title. He goes and brings that book. By afternoon, he returns that book. This is happening day after day for nearly 10 days. And Swami Brahmanandaji's disciple got a doubt. Swamiji, why are you asking the same book every day? Are you reading or are you doing something? He asks. Then Swami Brahmanandaji calls him, shows him the book. And in the front page, like this, in the front page, there is a signature of Swami Vivekananda. It was his book, Vivekananda's book, which was in the library. And why Brahmanandaji is getting it? To offer pranam to that signature. This is the way the brother disciples looked at Swami Vivekananda. Even the signature of Vivekananda is as precious as God. Just to see the signature and offer pranam to that signature, Brahmanandaji is making that brahmachari bring that book every day. Can you imagine that? This is Swami Vivekananda for all of us. So he is writing the qualities. If you have burning faith, 1. All-conquering love, 2. And almighty purity, 3. I do not doubt that you will shortly succeed. Give yourself, body and soul, to the work of spreading the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna for work. Sri Ramakrishna for work is the first stage. Karma Yoga is the first stage. Study Sanskrit diligently as well as practice devotion. You are to be a great teacher of mankind, and my Guru Maharaj used to say, a pen knife is sufficient to commit suicide with, but to kill others one requires guns and swords. And in the fullness of time it will be given unto you when to go forth out of the world and preach his sacred name. Your determination is holy and good. God speed to you, but do not take any hasty step. First purify yourself by work and devotion. India has suffered long, the religion eternal has suffered long, Sanatana Dharma, but the Lord is merciful. Once more he has come to help his children. Once more the opportunity is given to rise to fallen India. India can only rise by sitting at the feet of Sri Ramakrishna. His life and his teachings are to be spread far and wide, are to be made to penetrate every pore of Hindu society. Who will do it? Who will do it? Who are to take up the flag of Ramakrishna and march for the salvation of the world? Who are to stem the tide of degeneration at the sacrifice of name and fame, wealth and enjoyment, nay, of every hope of this or other worlds? A few young men have jumped in the breach, have sacrificed themselves. They are a few. We want a few thousand. See the master plan. They are few, but we want a few thousand of such as they, and they will come. Faith, Swamiji's faith in the children of India. They will come, he says. I am glad that our Lord has put in your mind to be one of them. Glory unto him on whom falls the Lord's choice. Your determination is good. Your hopes are high. Your aim is the noblest in the world, to bring millions sunk in darkness to the light of that world. But my son, here are the drawbacks. Nothing shall be done in haste. Purity, patience, and perseverance are the 3 essentials to success. And above all, love. All time is yours. There is no indecent haste. Everything will come right if you are pure and sincere. We want hundreds like you bursting upon society and bringing new life and vigor of the spirit wherever they go. God speed to you, yours with all blessings, Vivekananda. So one letter itself contains master plan for 100 years. What a wonderful ideas he gave. Are we following it a little? all only for I and mine, I and mine. So like that the letter goes on. So many letters, so many letters, so many letters. How to keep accounts, how to manage, who will be the leader, how to boil the water, what kind of food Rakhal should take, what kind of food Shashi should take. Swamiji is advising from America, like their own father. So all this is a beautiful package of Ramakrishna Mission. So like that, letters and letters, Swamiji guides, and that is how you are seeing the Ramakrishna Mission action. And I told you to understand what work is going on, what kind of work should be done, whether it's in Telangana, whether it's in Karnataka, whether it's in Madhya Pradesh, whether it's in Uttar Pradesh, whether it's in Delhi, whether it is in Jammu Kashmir. In one of the letters, in 1897, 11th July, after Ramakrishna Mission is established, Swamiji goes for rest. He becomes so tired, so exhausted, high fever, and he had little asthma, non-stop working and thinking and traveling. The body could not bear that pressure. So some photos are there seeing Swami Vivekananda in different form, different attire, very weak and sitting with hands on the bench. But even then he did not stop his plans and his conversations. So 11th July 1897 he is writing to his disciple Swami Shuddhananda ji, who later became the 6th president of the Ramakrishna order. He says, Swamiji writes, his plan to regenerate the masses in India. This is one of the works of the Ramakrishna Mission with the help of the people in the society like you, householders, brahmacharis, youth. What does he write? The easiest way is to take a hut, make it a temple of Guru Maharaj. Let the poor come here to be helped, also to worship. Let there be katha, Puranic recitals, morning and evening there. Through that, you may teach all you want to teach the people. By degrees, the people will be interested. They will keep up the temple themselves. Maybe the hut temple will evolve into a great institution in a few years. Let those that go to relief work first select a central spot in each district and start such a hut, a temple from which all our little work is to proceed. Reference, Complete Works of Vivekananda, Volume 7, page 489, letter number 40. 1897, 125 years ago, Swamiji planned, but you will be happy to know, dear devotees and other youth who are listening online, Ramakrishna Ashrama in Mysore has taken up this particular project. And with the help of an NGO in Bombay and their founder in America, who are all local citizens of Mysore, they are contributing engineering skill, financial support, and they have designed these hut temples called Ramakrishna Seva Mandira. Hut temples is a very, people will not be able to understand, so they call it Ramakrishna Seva Mandira. Mandira is a temple. And in the temple, along with the worship of Sri Ramakrishna or the local deities, this seva also is done. Naranarayana seva is done. Gnana seva is done. Arogya seva is done. Bhakti yoga is done. All-round development of the village is taken care. Their plan immediately before December, at least 11 hut temples, because Swamiji said we have to do it, and we are late by 125 years. And day before yesterday, I had the wonderful opportunity, first-hand experience, when I went to Mysuru, in association with our Adhyaksha Swami there, Swami Muktidananda, both of us inaugurated one Seva Mandira in one taluk, about 60 kilometers away from Mysore, where there is no road at all. There Sri Ramakrishna is sitting in all his glory, in a hut-like building. Beautiful marble tile and beautiful shrine and a computer center and a kitchen and a medical center. Saraswati Puja is done on one side, Ramakrishna Sharada Vivekananda Puja is done. Local deities also are, because Swamiji said, don't disturb the local this one. Local tradition should not be disturbed. Somewhere it is Shiva, somewhere it is Chamundeshwari, somewhere it is Krishna, local deity. In this particular village called Kali Hundi, name is very interesting, Kali Hundi, their local deity is Krishna and Shiva. So their photos also are kept. Shiva is sitting, Krishna is sitting, no problem. Ramakrishna is there, Mother is there, Swamiji, Shiva is there, and beautifully inaugurated. And the devotion, that simplicity, the love and affection of the villagers, my God, you will not get anywhere in Ashoknagar also. Tears in my eyes. What Swamiji saw at that time, we are able to fulfill now. And that is maintained by the local people, local panchayat. Every time monks cannot go there. Doctors go once a week. Teachers are employed. Teachers are given 10,000, 20,000 or something. Computer teacher, maths teacher, and they identify some educated boy and a girl and give them some training so that they will teach with modern gadgets to that village children. To cross that road, it will take 5 minutes. Everywhere kachada. No road at all, it's just mud road. Tractors go, bullock carts will go. That India is still there. So I was bringing that. What does this Seva do? Temple-based service project found on the ideal of Sri Ramakrishna, Shiva Gnane Jiva Seva. This project promotes the concept of service to the poor and knowledge dissemination as an essential part of our temple activities. Earlier times in radiant India, during the resilient India, before the Mughals came and broke so many temples, temples were the seed, were the centers of Indian economy. In the temples itself people were living, farmers were living, flower sellers were living, they were earning and making wonderful life, which was all destroyed. So that is being revived in the Seva Mandirs, Ramakrishna Seva Mandirs. The building structure will be like a hut. Inside there will be temple, classroom, smart boards and computers, bhajans, meditation, yoga. All that will go on. Total welfare of that particular village, and from the other villages also people can come and utilize the opportunity. In that particular village, their plan was only for 40 children, and they found there were 120 children in the government school. 80 of them were not coming because there were no facilities. And now that facilities have come, evening they will come at 4 o'clock. And I saw a video where the mothers are telling, fathers are telling the boy who refused to touch the textbooks and was only roaming about in that, by 4 o'clock he is running to your school, cleaning the school, cleaning the temple, offering flowers to Sri Ramakrishna, meditating, chanting the Omkaram, chanting the Gayatri Mantram. And by 6 o'clock they will get good food, some nutrition, like our Bharanarayana Seva. Classes are conducted, bhajan is taught to them. This is what Swamiji wrote a letter, is it not? But simply reading the letter and saying very good will not do. Somebody has to take the bucket and broomstick. That is the point. So a Seva Mandir of Sri Ramakrishna is not only a place of worship, but also a center of service and knowledge dissemination. Naranarayana Seva and Gnana Prasada is given to them. It is designed to include 3 aspects: worship, service and knowledge. These 3 together constitute the Seva Mandira. It is centrally located structure. Picture of local gods and goddesses will also be kept here and worshipped. The method of worship will be so simple that any interested villager can perform it without any rituals. Don't make it complex for them. Don't make it muddy achara for them. Let them come in their own way, because God is so simple. Naranarayana Seva Mandira, service side wing of the Seva Mandir. Service to the poor is regarded as worship of God, Shiva Gnane, Jiva Seva. Like that, regular health camps are arranged for the benefit of the villagers in general. You should see their face, see their weak body structure. How are they getting this? We are talking big things, nutritious food and immunity and all that akura tinali. Where they will get? To get a little milk, they have to walk. To get one match box, they have to walk 5 kilometers. No shops. We talk big in the cities, but go there, you will understand how they are not able to sit. But I saw a bhajan group. Oh my God. What? And bhajan group is all above 80 years, 70 years. How they are playing the tala, the kanjira, the drums and the harmonium. Amazing. They go on singing for hours together, it seems, without getting tired. So much bhakti in the villages. And they were singing continuously. We had to tell, please stop, please stop. So that is the kind of atmosphere that is there. Only we have to organize that. We have to give them an opportunity to become great citizens of this great country. Tell them, you are also the citizen of India. You also play an equal role in the rebuilding of our country. Through your farm, through your cows, through your buffaloes. Direct service is extended to the poor and neglected Kannada medium students of government lower and higher primary and high schools located nearby. Essential knowledge required for livelihood is imparted through supportive educational training. This center is a modern Patashala, Gurukula. Important shlokas from books like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Ramayana, Mahabharata. Both children and elders are immensely benefited by this. It reconnects them to our spiritual heritage and principles of healthy, good living. This type of Seva Mandir is not only a temple but also a center of faith. And this is called, another subheading, Temple of Harmony. All communities can come there. All people of different backgrounds can come there. Because Sri Ramakrishna is Sarva Dharma Samanvaya. Sarva Jati Samanvaya. A Vaishnavite can come, a Shaktite can come, a Brahmin can come, a Shudra can come, anybody can come to Sri Ram. Gates are opened always. So this temple brings about, solves the problem in the villages. It adds to their peace and joy. So there are so many inaugurations. Our Vice President Maharaj had gone there, the Education Minister has gone there, great Swami from Belur Math and all have gone. They are inspired to see this. So that is how the Ramakrishna mission story goes on. So with this background, in Telangana also we have planned, we have decided, seeing that I said, no use simply sitting quiet here. We have to go into the villages of Medak or Adilabad or Nizamabad or Huzurabad or any other district. Find out in the remotest villages how the situation is. And in this particular village yesterday where I went, it's about 2 or 3 acres, little less than that. And that was owned by one villager. While talking in the meeting, it seems in the villagers' meeting, they announced, we need some land for a Ramakrishna Mandira. Within 2 hours, he and his wife went back and brought the papers and surrendered to the Swami. Say, this land is for Sri Ramakrishna. What we are thinking sitting in a... See the Mahima, he did not ask. They were telling, we need some land to purchase. But they said, we will give it free. Because the whole village will be benefited by that Seva Mandira. Look at the faith, look at the love in the heart of the villagers of India, in the deep, remote village of 1.5 hours journey from Mysore city. This is the story of Ramakrishna Mission. So those who are interested in this particular project, those who have got some buddhi, some time and make time, please join this movement and see that in the districts of Telangana, without blaming the people, without doing anything, we should not blame anybody. We should not curse anybody. Society is like this, it has become corrupt. What have you done to remove the corruption? Crying over darkness will not remove the darkness. That's why Swami Ranganathanji said, he started 1981, I remember he was standing near the gate number 1 and hoisted the green flag to give the Gramashri for the villagers of India, for the villagers of Telangana, Hyderabad, which is going on even now. He said, Grama Shri, let us take the Shri to the Gramas. Let us take Shri, that does not mean money, it is Mangala. Shri means Mangala, auspiciousness. With that, so many people are benefited in the districts, but it is not sufficient. With the modern resources, modern facilities available. So that also is a big seva that we can do to fulfill Swamiji's vision, 125 years of his lectures, 125 years of Ramakrishna Mission. We will meet next Sunday. And next Sunday is 11th September. It's a very important day. We will not have the regular class, but we will have a musical discourse. One very good devotee, artist, music artist from Bangalore, he is coming. He will sing and speak on Vivekananda Mahima from 5 o'clock to 6:30. That will be held in a big way in our Vivekananda auditorium. All of you are welcome. Next Sunday, 11th September, Vivekananda's 129th anniversary of Chicago addresses. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu Lokas
प्रेमार्पण समदर्शन जग जन दुख जाय। नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनातीत, नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनातीत, मन वचनैकाधार प्रभु मन वचनैकाधार। ज्योतिर्ज्योतिवोज्ज्वल हृदि कंधर, ज्योतिर्ज्योतिवोज्ज्वल हृदि कंधर, तुम्ही तम भंजनहार प्रभु तुम्ही तम भंजनहार। नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनातीत, नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्य मनातीत, मन वचनैकाधार प्रभु मन वचनैकाधार। ज्योतिर्ज्योतिवोज्ज्वल हृदि कंधर, ज्योतिर्ज्योतिवोज्ज्वल हृदि कंधर, तुम्ही तम भंजनहार प्रभु तुम्ही तम भंजनहार। हृदय लंग रंग भंग भाजे अंग संग मृदंग, हृदय लंग रंग भंग भाजे अंग संग मृदंग। गायच छंद भगत वृंद आरती तोमान, गायच छंद भगत वृंद आरती तोमार। जय जय आरती तोमार, हर हर आरती तोमार, शिव शिव आरती तोमार। खंडन भव बंधन जग बंधन वंदितो मां। जय श्री गुरु महाराज जी की जय। ॐ ह्रीं ऋतं त्वमचलो गुणजित् गुणेज्यः, नक्तं दिवं सकरुणं तव पादपद्मम्। मोहङ्कषं बहुकृतं न भजे यतोऽहं, तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो। भक्तिर्भगश्च भजनं भवभेद कारे, गच्छन्त्यलं सुविपुलं गमनाय तत्त्वम्। वक्त्रोद्धृतोऽपि हृदये न च भाति किञ्चित्, तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरन्ति तरसा त्वयि तृप्ता तृष्णा रागे कृते ऋतपथे त्वयि रामकृष्णे मर्त्यामृतं तव पदं मरणोर्मि नाशं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारे श्नान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेक गम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्म स्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। सर्वमङ्गला माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टि स्थिति विनाशानां शक्ति भूते सनातनी गुणातीते गुणामाये नारायणी नमोस्तुते शरणागत दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। प्रकृतिं परमाम् अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां शरणागतसेवकतोषकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां गुणहीनसुतान् अपराधयुतान् कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगतान् तरणीं भवसागरपारकरीं प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां विषयं कुसुमं परिहृत्य सदा चरणाम्बुरुहामृतशान्तिसुधां पिब भृङ्गमनो भवरोगहरा प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां कृपां कुरु महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु च चरणाश्रयदानेन कृपामयि नमोऽस्तु ते लज्जापटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामयि नमोऽस्तु ते रामकृष्णगतप्राणां तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं तस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। देवीं प्रसन्नां प्रणतार्तिहन्त्रे योगेन्द्रपूज्यां युगधर्मपात्रीं तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दया स्वरूपां प्रणमामि नित्यं। स्नेहेन बध्नासि मानोस्मदीयं दोषान् शेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानोदयसे सदोषान् स्वाङ्के गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रं प्रसीद मातर्विनयेन याचे नित्यं भव स्नेहवते सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदग्धचित्ते विषिञ्च चित्तं कुरु न सुशान्तं। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः।
పేజ్ 7 7.
गाइए गणपति जगवंदना, गाइए गणपति जगवंदना, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदना, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, गाइए गणपति जगवंदना। सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, सिद्धि सदन वदन विनायक, सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, सिद्धि सदन गजवदन विनायक, कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सुन्दर सबदायक कृपा सिन्धु सुन्दर सबदायक गाये गणपति जगवन्दन गाये
गणपति जगवन्दन
मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता मोदक प्रिय मुद
मंगलदाता
विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता
मोदक प्रिय मुद मंगलदाता विद्यावारिधि बुद्धि विधाता
गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे
मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे
मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे
मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे
बस ही राम सिया मानस मोरे
मांगत तुलसीदास करो जोरे बस ही राम सिया मानस मोरे
गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन
गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन
गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
गाये गणपति गाये गणपति गाये गणपति जगवन्दन
పేజ్ 134 134
रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो रामचंद्र रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो जानकी सुखदान तत्परा माननीय मनोहरा जानकी सुखदान तत्परा माननीय मनोहरा त्राहि मां सुखसागरा तव पादपङ्कजमाश्रये जानकी सुखदान तत्परा माननीय मनोहरा त्राहि मां सुखसागरा तव पादपङ्कजमाश्रये रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो मातृका पुरुषोत्तमा तनु भावनाशन श्रीकरा 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 सामगान सुकीर्तिता सरसीरोहा यतलोचना सामगान सुकीर्तिता सरसीरोहा यतलोचना रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो रामचंद्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो राघवा खगवाहना सुखदायका घनश्यामला राघवा खगवाहना सुखदायका घनश्यामला राघवा खगवाहना सुखदायका घनश्यामला राघवा खगवाहना सुखदायका घनश्यामला पाहि मां प्रणतार्ति भजन देहि मे करुणामृतम् पाहि मां प्रणतार्ति भजन देहि मे करुणामृतम् रामचन्द्र महाप्रभो रघुवीर धीर जगद्गुरो
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 नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि
नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि
नारायण हरि
नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि
नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण नारायण हरि नारायण हरि
नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण
పేజ్ 174 174.
ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ಮಲಗೆದ್ದು ಮೈ ಮುರಿದು ಏಳುತ್ತಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ಮಲಗೆದ್ದು ಮೈ ಮುರಿದು ಏಳುತ್ತಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ಸುಳಿದಾಡುತ್ತ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗಾದರೂ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ಸುಳಿದಾಡುತ್ತ ಮನೆಯೊಳಗಾದರೂ ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ಮೇರೆ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ಮೇರೆ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಮಾತನಾಡುವಾಗಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ದಾರಿಯ ನಡೆಯುವಾಗ ಭಾರವ ಹೊರುವಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬರದೆ. ದಾರಿಯ ನಡೆಯುವಾಗ ಭಾರವ ಹೊರುವಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ನೀಗದಲೋಚನೆ ರೋಗೋಪದ್ರದಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ನೀಗದಲೋಚನೆ ರೋಗೋಪದ್ರದಲೊಮ್ಮೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ಪರಿ ಪರಿ ಕೆಲಸದೊಳೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸವೆಂದು ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ಪರಿ ಪರಿ ಕೆಲಸದೊಳೊಂದು ಕೆಲಸವೆಂದು ಕೃಷ್ಣಾಯನ ಬಾರದೆ. ದುರಿತ ರಾಶಿಗಳನ್ನು ತರಿದು ಬಿಸಾಡಲು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ದುರಿತ ರಾಶಿಗಳನ್ನು ತರಿದು ಬಿಸಾಡಲು ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ಗರುಡ ವಾಹನ ಸಿರಿ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ್ನೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ಗರುಡ ವಾಹನ ಸಿರಿ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ್ನೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಾನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟವಂದೇಶೆಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನಾನೆನೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟವಂದೇಶೆಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ನರ ಜನ್ಮ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ರಾಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ರಾಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಎನ್ನಬಾರದೆ.
ಶಿವ 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 ನಾಮ ಸುಮರನರ. ಶಿವ 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 ನಾಮ ಸುಮರನರ. ಶಿವ 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 ನಾಮ ಸುಮರನರ. ಶಿವ 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 ನಾಮ ಸುಮರನರ. ಸಕಲ ಮನೋರಥ ಪೂರಣಕಾರಿ. ಸಕಲ ಮನೋರಥ ಪೂರಣಕಾರಿ. ಶಿವ 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 ನಾಮ सुमरनर
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
रावण नाम लियो दृढ़ मन से
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 सकल देवाज्ञा शिरधारी
रावण नाम लियो दृढ़ मन से सकल देवा आज्ञा शिरधारी
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर शिव 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 शिव
नाम सुमरनर
नंदी गण जब सुमरन कीनो
नंदी गण जब सुमरण कीनो
काल पाश तत्काल निवारी
नंदी गण जब सुमरण कीनो काल पाश तत्काल निवारी
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
उपमन्यो मुनि करे तपस्या
उपमन्यो मुनि करे तपस्या
दूध समुद्र कियो बड़ भारी
उपमन्यो मुनि करे तपस्या दूध समुद्र कियो बड़ भारी
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
ब्रह्मानंद यही वर मांगे
ब्रह्मानंद यही वर मांगे
भक्ति दान दीजे त्रिपुरारी
ब्रह्मानंद यही वर मांगे भक्ति दान दीजे त्रिपुरारी शिव शिव शिव
शिव नाम सुमरनर
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
सकल मनोरथ पूरण कारी
सकल मनोरथ पूरणकारी
शिव 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 नाम सुमरनर
शिव 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 नाम
सुमरनर
शिव 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 शिव
नाम सुमरनर ముప్పై ఒకటి చివరి చరణాలు నామావళి. कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं कर्पूरगौरं
करुणावतारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि
भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि
भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि
भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि
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 कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे
भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि
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 भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी
नमामि भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि भावं भवानी सहितं नमामि.
अरवैयेडु 6-7
पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. 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 जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी पूर्ण कृपा करि पालय मां. जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी पूर्ण कृपा करि पालय मां. पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. आदिपराशक्ति शांत महेश्वरी आदिपराशक्ति आनंद रूपिणी शांत महेश्वरी श्री शारदा शांत महेश्वरी श्री शारदा. जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी पूर्ण कृपा करि पालय मां. जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी पूर्ण कृपा करि पालय मां. पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. भगवती देव माता त्रिलोक कुटुंबिनी भगवती देव माता त्रिलोक कुटुंबिनी भक्ति प्रदायिनी श्री शारदा ओम. भक्ति प्रदायिनी श्री शारदा ओम. जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी पूर्ण कृपा करि पालय मां. जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणी पूर्ण कृपा करि पालय मां. पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारदा ओम. भवभयहारिणी भक्त मनोहरी भवभयहारिणी भक्त मनोहरी शारदा ओ। जय जय हे भवतारिणी कारिणि जय जय हे भवतारिणि कारिणि पूर्ण कृपा करिपा लय मां। जय जय हे भवतारिणि कारिणि पूर्ण कृपा करिपालय मां। पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारद ओ। पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारद ओ। पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारद ओ। पूर्ण योग महेश्वरी पार्वती काली अम्बा शारद ओ।
Few announcements. Coming Tuesday, 6th September is Ekadashi. Ram Nam Sankirtan will be conducted after Aaratrikam. Next Sunday, 11th September, special programs will be there on the occasion of celebrating 129th year of Swami Vivekananda's lectures at World Parliament of Religions. On this occasion, we will be garlanding Swami Vivekananda statue at Tank Bund at 3 p.m. and there will be a musical concert and musical discourse on Swami Vivekananda Mahima at 5 p.m. and venue Vivekananda Auditorium. All the devotees can participate in these programs and obtain the grace of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. వచ్చే మంగళవారం సెప్టెంబర్ 6వ తేదీ ఏకాదశి ఆరాత్రికం అనంతరం రామనామ సంకీర్తన నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. వచ్చే ఆదివారం స్వామి వివేకానంద విశ్వమత మహాసభలో ప్రసంగించి 129 సంవత్సరాలు పూర్తయిన సందర్భంగా ఆ రోజు సాయంత్రం 3 గంటలకు ట్యాంక్ బండిపై ఉన్న స్వామి వివేకానంద విగ్రహానికి పుష్పమాల అలంకరణ, 5 గంటల నుండి వివేకానంద ఆడిటోరియంలో స్వామి వివేకానంద మహిమపై సంగీత విభావరి ప్రత్యేక ప్రసంగం నిర్వహించబడతాయి. భక్తులు ఈ కార్యక్రమాల్లో ఎక్కువ సంఖ్యలో పాల్గొని భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణ కృపకు పాత్రలు కావాల్సిందిగా విజ్ఞప్తి. After Jayakaram to Holy Trio, Revered Adhyaksh Maharaj will meet the devotees in the temple basement hall. Devotees can offer pranams and obtain the blessings of Revered Maharaj. మూర్తి త్రయానికి జయ జయధ్వానాలు చెప్పిన తర్వాత పూజ్య అధ్యక్ష మహారాజ్ దేవాలయం దిగువ హాల్లో సమావేశమవుతారు. భక్తులు ప్రణామాలు అర్పించి ఆశీస్సులు పొందవచ్చు.
जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की
जय।
जय श्री शारदा माई की
जय।
जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज जी की
जय।